How's it going, everybody? I'm Brandon. Today, I'm going to be doing a speech on PTSD awareness, some of the causes, and then some treatments that will help with PTSD. This is my audience.
Hi.
Okay. So to start off, PTSD is a major thing that goes on in the world these days. A lot of veterans come back from either Iraq or Afghanistan with PTSD, but not only is it something that's isolated to veterans and the veteran community, it can be anybody. Does anybody have an idea of what PTSD actually is or stands for? PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. There's many different types of things that can cause post-traumatic stress. Anything from as simple as a car accident or as simple as just some small thing that happened. It can also be a major event. Some veterans from losing close friends, seeing friends die, people getting shot at, even members of the military police or police that go through traumatic events like showing up and seeing kids in bad situations, murders, assaults, being shot at as well. If there's anything that can help you identify that you have PTSD, some things that can help you with that will be cold sweats at night, finding triggers, little things that triggers you into a state of mind where you don't feel like you can come out of that. With that being said, for myself, for instance, there is an occasion where crying kids will send me into a kind of a fit to where I start freaking out from moments of where I've had to show up and deal with kids crying and screaming. Some traumatic events happen, and it's just something that brings back old memories. It's one of those things that can't really, I would say, be treated. A lot of doctors you'll go to will say, hey, we'll put you on this medication, and they'll just throw you pills, 30 pills and 30 pills. But that's not always the best case. I was put on medication for almost a year, and it did nothing but put me into a slump and make me not want to move, make me not want to wake up, and that was not the best thing for me, nor my family. Some of the key factors that I found helped me when it came to dealing with my PTSD is the fact of that I found people that I can confide myself into, people that had been through similar situations that I had been in, and really talking it out. A lot of veterans will find themselves in situations where they just don't want to talk to people. I know for you, you don't like talking to people. You know, it just happens. I know a lot of veterans. I've been all part of the veteran community. My brother was in the military. All my friends have been in the military. So it's something that I see on a constant basis. When it comes to dealing with some of the issues, sometimes veterans find this place where they have a void and they don't know how to fill it. And that's where I bring up the fact of, you know, with PTSD being so bad sometimes, almost 22 veterans a day kill themselves. It's a serious fact. I wear a bracelet on my hand every day to remember one of my closest friends that took his life due to PTSD. It's a serious thing, and I wish it wasn't something that I always went through. but it's something that happens. It's something I wish that we can make go away. I don't think it's ever going to be something that will go away. So you have to try to get help. It's something that will overrun the veteran community and will always be something that's going to happen. I have some key points on this slide that I want to go over. So there's some different statistics on here from data from 2003 of Washington Post, and it's a percent of Army soldiers experience combat stress in Iraq and Afghanistan. 95% of soldiers in Iraq were seeing dead bodies, 39% in Afghanistan that were seeing dead bodies. Being shot at, 93% in Iraq and 66% in Afghanistan. And 86% of knowing somebody that was killed or seriously injured in Iraq, and 43% in Afghanistan. On here it shows 22% of veterans suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder or a form of major depression. 34% suffer from other mental concerns, and 1 out of 3 of these people will actually seek help, which is one of my biggest concerns, and which is basically the main topic of why I believe this video is so important. It is meant to show that there are other people out there that do suffer from this, and 1 out of 3 is not a good number of people who are actually seeking help. So it should be 3 out of 3, and I believe that solely with my heart. Some people say on here, this one shows 20 veterans die by suicide each day. Some more accurate numbers, it ranges from 20 to 22. I'll always go with the highest number because it brings more awareness. And there's not enough awareness to veteran suicide and people who suffer from PTSD. This concludes my speech on PTSD, awareness, and some treatments and some causes.